The laptop you already own can now run a 35 billion parameter AI at 39 tokens a second. That's faster than you can read, with no subscription, no API bill, and nothing ever leaving your machine. 3 weeks ago on this channel, running giant models on small GPUs meant 5 minutes per token, and I showed you the receipts. Berkeley just deleted the cache, and they published the receipts too. By the end of this video, you'll know which of the 3 tiers your machine can actually run. You'll know the one number on your spec sheet that decides it. And spoiler, it is not your GPU. And you'll have the exact commands to put this behind Claude Code tonight. Here's the wall everyone hits. A 35 billion parameter model needs roughly 70 gigabytes just to hold its weights. Your gaming GPU has 8. So until now, you had two choices. Rent intelligence from a cloud company forever, or spend $8,000 on a workstation card. And the clever workarounds, we audited the most famous one right here, technically ran at 5 minutes per token. Running, but useless. This is FreeToken. Researchers from UC Berkeley and UT Austin open sourced it this week. Apache 2.0 license, completely free. And it speaks the same API as OpenAI and Anthropic, which means the tools you already use plug straight in. And their paper doesn't hide behind vague marketing claims. It names the exact machines behind every single number. So let's hold them to it. So how is this even possible? The newest frontier models are mixture of experts models. Huge on paper. But for any single token, only a small slice of the model actually fires. FreeToken watches which experts the model is about to call, measures on your specific machine, how fast your GPU, your CPU, and the connection between them really are, and then places every expert wherever it will be served fastest. And while the GPU is working on the current slice, the next slice is already streaming in behind it. So the GPU never sits idle waiting for weights. Here's the sentence that explains the whole trick. Compute was never your bottleneck. Moving weights was. FreeToken turns weight moving into a scheduling problem. And then it schedules it. Now the receipts, straight from the paper, with the hardware named. An 8 GB RTX 4060 laptop GPU, running Qwen 3.6, 35 billion parameters at 39.3 tokens per second. That is 92% of what a desktop 4090 gets. An RTX 5090 running DeepSeek V4 Flash, 284 billion parameters at 22 tokens a second, and a single RTX Pro 6000 running GLM 5.2, 753 billion parameters, a genuinely frontier scale model at 14.9, where llama.cpp on the very same box manages 7.3. Across 5 different consumer machines, that's 1.3 to 2.1 times faster than the best existing engine. Llama, llama.cpp, and K-transformers, all measured, all beaten. But before you close this tab and go install it, here's what none of the viral posts are telling you. And it's the difference between a great evening and a wasted one. I read the fine print, so you don't have to. Those experts that don't fit on your GPU, they have to live somewhere. And that somewhere is your system RAM. Which means VRAM is no longer the bottleneck. Your RAM is the new one. Tier 1, the laptop result, needs 32 gigs of ordinary RAM. That's just a normal gaming laptop, so that tier is real for regular people. Tier 2, the 284 billion parameter model, the test machine had a Xeon processor and 180 gigabytes of DDR5. And Tier 3, the 753 billion parameter monster, 512 gigabytes of RAM, sitting next to an $8,000 GPU. And there are 3 more lines you need to see. It's NVIDIA RTX only, so no Mac and no AMD today. It serves one user at a time. Built for you, not for your team. And thin laptops with a narrow PCIe link pay a real waiting penalty on long prompts. So the honest headline is this. The 8 gigabyte tier just became real. The monster tiers became possible for workstation money instead of data center money. If that fine print just saved you from buying the wrong hardware, hit subscribe because it's free. And if you want to back work like this, hit join here or the supporter button on Facebook. Now, the part built for coding agents. Here's the part almost nobody is covering, and it might be the biggest thing in the paper. Coding agents like Claude Code constantly rewrite their own context. Every edit forces the engine to reprocess thousands of tokens before it can say a single word, which is exactly why local agents feel frozen. The paper measured llama.cpp taking up to 232 seconds before the first token on agent workloads. FreeToken plants checkpoints, precisely where agent frameworks cut their context at thinking blocks, at tool calls, and at conversation turns. So after an edit, it resumes from the nearest surviving checkpoint and only reprocesses what's actually new. Worst case dropped below 44 seconds. And I'll be straight with you. 44 seconds is still not cloud instant. But it's the difference between a local agent you abandon and a local agent you actually use. And it costs you $0 a month. Here's how to try it today. Step 1. Check your machine. You need an NVIDIA RTX 3040 or 50 series card. Then count your RAM, because 32 gigs puts you in tier 1. Step 2. Install it. One line, uvpip install FreeToken or grab the one-click desktop app for Windows or Linux. Step 3. Pull a model that matches your tier. On 8 gigs of VRAM, start with QN 3.635B. And step 4. Point your tools at it. FreeToken exposes an OpenAI compatible and an Anthropic compatible endpoint. So Claude Code, Codex, and OpenCode connect to it like it's the real API. Except the bill is 0 and your code never leaves the room. I've put this whole investigation on a single page. The tier chart with the exact RAM and GPU requirements for all 3 tiers. The install commands, the Claude Code hookup, and which model to pull for your exact hardware. It's completely free. Comment the word FreeToken, that's one word, and my bot will send it to you. If you're just getting started with AI, my 4 beginner guides are linked below as well, and follow on Instagram and Facebook for the daily clips. Real talk, 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. For 3 years, the deal was simple. Real AI lives in someone else's data center and you rent it by the token. That deal just changed. Not for everyone and not for every model. But if there's a gaming laptop in your house, there is now a 35 billion parameter brain in your house. It runs at reading speed, it costs nothing per month, and it answers to no one but you. The people who set up local AI early won't just save money. They'll own their stack while everyone else is still renting theirs. See you in the next one.